fanfare and processional. Here we go.
be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you this evening, to recognize Porter Ridge High School's graduating class of 2022. My name is Dominic Conroy, and I'm a proud Porter Ridge senior. I would like to officially welcome our parents, families, friends, and guests, both here and virtually, as we celebrate the end of our high school years and the beginning of our future. Today we recognize not only our graduates, but also the faculty and staff at Porter Ridge High School and thank them for all they do for us. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize some very special guests to our Porter Ridge High School graduation program. Welcome and many thanks to Ms. Melissa Merrill, Union County Public Schools Board of Education Chairperson. Welcome and many thanks to Mr. Todd Price, Union County Public Schools Board of Education. Welcome and many thanks to Mr. Brad Breedlove, Union County Public Schools Chief Academic Officer. Welcome and many thanks to Mr. Jared McCraw, Union County Public Schools Assistant Superintendent of Student Support. Welcome and many thanks to Mr. Colin Moore, Union County Public Schools Assistant Superintendent of Operations. At this time, I welcome Joshua Harvey to the stage to lead us as we honor our country in the Pledge of Allegiance.
At this time, please stand for the presentation of the colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I welcome Gabriela Hernandez to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag
Thank you, Gabriella, for that beautiful tribute. Please be seated. Good evening. My name is Aiden Diggs, and as a Porter Ridge High School graduate, I would like to welcome two very special educators to our graduation ceremony tonight. As all of you know, our education did not start and end here at high school. Prior to high school, we each attended both elementary and middle schools and were inspired by and learned from amazing educators. Tonight, we are thrilled to have two principals here to represent our early education. Welcome and many thanks to Stallings Elementary Principal, Miss Laura Gaddy, and to all of the elementary educators she is representing. Welcome and many thanks to Porter Ridge Middle School Principal, Dr. Brian Patience, and to all of the middle school educators that he is representing. At this time, I would like to welcome Zachary Mills to the stage.
Thank you, Aiden. We would like to take some time for our student body to reflect on their experience at Porter Ridge High School. Our speakers represent our student body, and each of them exemplifies Porter Ridge High School's motto of being committed and of our challenge to be in it together. Today we'll have students reflect on the path that the class of 2022 has taken, the future of our Porter Ridge graduates, and the motivation that we can use to achieve our dreams. We will begin with one of our PRHS honor students, Nate Vladimir.
Hello everyone, my name is Nathan Latimer, a member of the 2022 Porter Ridge High School graduating class, and I am blessed here tonight to be able to give all of you this speech. Tonight is a special night. We're here to celebrate the accomplishment that all of us walking across the stage tonight have made. It hasn't been an easy 4 years. We've all had our trials and tribulations, plenty of highs and lows to go around, and of course, the pandemic. However, I have a little statistic for you, and those of you who know me, this shouldn't really be a surprise. The statistic is that roughly only 22% of our entire lives were spent during high school. If you were to study for a final exam and only studied one unit for art of the entire year, which made up 22% of the test, and even if you got all of those questions right, you'd still be failing. Reading only 22% of a book only tells you a small part of the story. So tonight, I want to talk about our entire story, where we began and where we'll go next. We began as everyone else did, as a newborn, fresh into the world with only our genes to give us any inkling of who we are and what we may become. As we grow, different moments in our lives begin to shape us into who we are today. These moments may happen at different times, but we've all had them, and we're all who we are today because of them. These 18 years in this world have been filled with little instances and actions that, for better or for worse, have had such an impact on all of us. However, now it is time for us to impact the world. It is time for us to return the favor. We spent our 18 years of living constantly being impacted while rarely making an impact. And that's not our fault. We were kids. What could we do? Sure, sometimes a few things have been done that have left a small impression, but realistically, what could many of us do? Now, that is all about to change. We're adults now. Some of us may be going to college, some the workforce, and even some the military. Regardless, we all have our different post-education plans. And there is something important about the word I just said there, post-education. Post is a Latin root found oftentimes in the English language, and it means after. Therefore, from now on, everything we do is after our education, whether that be applying what we learned immediately or putting work on pause to go get further in our education. Regardless, we're going to take what we have learned so far in our lives and begin to apply it to the real world. There's one other note I'd like to make about the word post-education. Most people interpret our education as the 13 years spent inside school from kindergarten to 12th grade. Yet I see it as much more than that. Our education happened during the years before school, the weekends, the breaks, and the special days off. Every second in our lives so far has been a part of our education, not just the times in school, but all of it. However, now our education is over. We've learned as much as we could, and now it is time to apply it. And I'm not saying to stop learning. We should all keep learning, and we all will, but on our own accord. What we learned and experienced through our lives so far, though, have made us who we are. It has given us all different opportunities to have an impact on the world as it has on us. And sure, the task may seem daunting. When you hear someone say, it's time to go impact the world, you immediately think of a singular action that will change the course of history. Of course that is daunting, because the idea of committing one action that changes the lives of everyone in this world is unfathomable. And hey, maybe one of us will do that. And if so, props to you. But it will not be everyone. That's okay though. No one is expected to have an impact on the world with one sole action. That is so extremely rare to begin with that it should never be pressured upon anyone to do such a thing. Yet that doesn't mean we all can't make an impact. When thinking about this, I was reminded of this quote that I like by Desmond Tutu. Do your little bit of good where you are. It's those little bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. I like this quote so much because of two reasons. First, being that it sets a goal with a clearly good result, changing the world for good, something all of us aspire to do. The second, and more important reason, is that this goal is attainable by all of us. It isn't asking for any grandiose moments, but instead for us all to live our lives to the best of our ability. No monumental occasion is needed, just small acts of good every day to help better the world. These small acts will begin to add up too. One tiny act could change the life of a person without you knowing. Then they can go and change the life of someone else, and so on, until every person is trying to help our world become a better place. And I have full faith in all of us graduating and in the crowd tonight that we can do such a thing. I really, truly do. We just need to commit to it. And if we do so, if we truly commit to living every day as the best person we can be, then we can really change the world. Graduates, congratulations again. This is an amazing accomplishment that all of you should be proud of, and thank you for your time. At this time, I'd like to welcome our student body president, Gracie Helms, to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Gracie Helms, and I have had the pleasure of being the 2021 to 2022 student body president. There are a lot of things I have enjoyed about being president, but the thing I have enjoyed most, and the main reason I wanted to run, is the people. In my time as president, I have gotten to know the students at Porterridge very well, especially you, the class of 2022. I've learned a lot about you during our past 4 years together, like how passionate you all are, how every single one of you has a certain thing or topic that gets you fired up and excited, that gets you speaking with fervor and sparkling eyes. This passion is not something to be taken lightly. It was this passion that won us many sports games, competitions, and championships during our 4 years at Porterridge. This passion put on many band shows and performances, leading to victory and comps along the way. This passion was poured into 25 theater shows, including 8 streamed when they were unable to perform live, and 21 full chorus concerts. And if there's one thing I believe the class of 2022 shares a passion for, it's Porterridge. I think that became apparent from the second we stepped foot in this school. As freshmen, I think the upperclassmen realized it when we nearly beat them in our first ever class wars. And let's be honest, we should have beat them. This passion has brought you all here today. Past the burnout, past the mounds of schoolwork, past the sleep deprivation, and all the many obstacles. Things have definitely not been easy for us along the way. We got past freshman year and the scary beginnings of high school. We put our schedules as our lock screens and had binders for everything. And although some of our classes were more difficult than we expected, we got through it. Sophomore year, we knew what we were doing a little better, and it was shaping up to be a really great year until things got shut down a little bit. But this class didn't let it discourage us. We took our very extended spring break and came back the next year with excitement. Things got better throughout junior year, and we made sure PR hadn't forgotten our spirit. We made the most of our half-in-person year and won class cup. Senior year, we brought it hard. I think we can all agree we were happy to be back full force, and we went all out. Senioritis may have hit at some points, but I like to think our spirit and positive attitudes made up for it. Look at everything you've done. We, as a class, shook things up from the second we got into PRHS. We were loud and opinionated and present, and we didn't let anyone forget we were here. And when I look back at how the school was in 2018, I truly believe we are leaving it a better place than when we first entered. Our accomplishments, our voices, and the change we made in the school will not be forgotten. So, class of 2022, remember the impact you have on the people around you. Remember that you can make change no matter where you are. Go forth into this world with love and joy and passion. Be loud, be opinionated, and continue to make every place you leave better than when you entered. But no matter how far you go, never forget PR and the love and community this class had. Thank you. At this time, I invite Shayna Tran to the stage.
The Porter Ridge High School Chorus has delighted our school and community during our high school years with great performances. The PRHS Chorus is under the direction of Mr. Dakota Drake. Please enjoy this performance of Stand By Me, arranged by Mac Huff.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. When the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall, or the mountain should crumble in the sea. No, I won't cry. I won't cry. I won't cry. No, no, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me, stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. So darling, 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 stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. 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 Stand by me.
Thank you to the Porter Ridge High School Chorus. At this time, I welcome our student keynote speaker, Audrey Ansel, to the stage.
Good evening, and congratulations to my fellow graduates. My name is Audrey Ansel, and I will be attending Ohio University in the fall, where I will pursue a degree in communication studies with an emphasis in public advocacy. Well, we finally made it. 13 years have led up to this moment. We have accomplished so much in our 4 years here, especially in this past year. As a graduating class, we have earned over $8 million in scholarships, and 369 students will continue their education after high school, enter the workforce, or they will enlist in the military. And I'm not sure how you guys pictured graduation, or the last 4 years for that matter, but I personally expected things to be a little bit more like High School Musical. And maybe you were expecting high school to be more like Lemonade Mouth or Ferris Bueller's Day Off. However you were envisioned high school, I think I can speak for the vast majority of us when I say that things didn't exactly go as planned. Sure, not every high school movie is completely accurate, but after the world as we knew it changed halfway through our sophomore year, I was beginning to think the movies didn't get anything right. A word that quickly became a nuisance for me at the start of the pandemic was the word unprecedented. If I had $1 for every time I had to hear that word, let's just say my college education would be paid for. We were living in unprecedented times, experiencing an unprecedented pandemic, and trudging forward through unprecedented circumstances. Unprecedented quickly became synonymous with we don't really know, as it seemed to be the answer given whenever questions were asked. Nobody had any of the answers because all of this was so, well, you get the rest. It can be terrifying finishing up your high school education when most of your questions about the future have been left unanswered. When the most stressful thing in our lives should have been passing chemistry, our questions turned from how to solve moles to when we would see our extended families again. It would be incredibly dishonest and disingenuous of me to speak about our high school experience as if it were always a positive one. This pandemic impacted each and every one of us sitting here tonight. We had to adapt very quickly to, here it comes, an unprecedented high school experience. Our classes transitioned first to an entirely virtual format, and then a second time to a hybrid format, something that was brand new to many of us. Some of us lost loved ones, people who should be sitting here in these stands tonight, and had to cope with that loss in new and challenging ways. We had to get used to not having all the answers and not always knowing what would come next. But here we are, 2 years later, and what comes next is up to us. Whether you will attend a 2 or 4 year university, trade school, join the armed forces, or dive right into the working world, the choices you make have the power to change the future. We have a unique set of skills that we have developed as a result of everything that has changed in our lives. We have been equipped with the ability to adapt and think outside of the box when things don't go according to plan. We have found new ways to communicate and connect with each other, and learned the value of patience when working with Microsoft Teams. We have learned not to take anyone or anything for granted, and most importantly, we have been shown the power of compassion and shown that same compassion to others. It is with these skills that we will go out and change the world. It is time for us to write the future, make change, and set precedents. When we walk across this stage tonight, we take our first steps towards the future. Go out into this world and use your skills, passions, and experiences to make an impact. Go make a difference. 4 years ago, a teacher who was instrumental in my growth as a student and as a person said something that has stuck with me throughout all 4 years of high school. So, class of 2022, I leave you with those same 4 words tonight. Go do great things. Thank you. At this time, please join me in welcoming Olivia Mace to the stage.
We would like to recognize the hard work of our graduates. Each one of you have completed not only the high school requirements for a diploma, but you have also chosen and succeeded in a series of elective choices that reflect your interests and strengths. Many of you have been recognized for your achievements in school over the years, and at high school graduation, we recognize some additional accomplishments identified by a cord or a stole. With those students wearing a Student Council government stole or a black and silver cord for serving their school in a student governing capacity, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Porter Ridge High School is in its third year as a leadership high school. Students who have led the way in this effort are wearing a silver and purple cord to symbolize their role on the student lead team or on the Superintendent's Advisory Council. Would you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. Would those students wearing a white National Honor Society stole for reaching the high scholastic and community service excellence of the National NHS organization please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing a blue and gold cord for National English Honor Society or a multicolored cord for National Art Honor Society, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing a black and gold cord symbolizing the extensive community service and scholastic excellence of the National Beta Club organization, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing a blue and white cord for Rho Kappa, the National Social Studies Honor Society, or a light blue and gold cord for Mu Alpha Theta cord for National Math Honor Society, or a yellow, green, and purple cord for the inaugural Science National Honor Society at Porter Ridge, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing light blue cords for their achievement of a North Carolina Scholars Diploma, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Students being recognized for honors in the performing arts. These students are wearing double pink cord for band, a single pink cord for chorus, and a bright gold and royal blue for the International Thespian Society. At this time, would those students please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. The Career and Technical Education Department recognizes students who are a part of specific career academies. Students wearing black and silver for culinary arts or blue and orange for pharmacy tech, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. The Career and Technical Education Department recognizes students who are a part of co-curricular activities within career education. Students wearing red and white for FCCLA, the Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, double purple and white for robotics, or royal blue and yellow for FFA, Future Farmers of America, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing burgundy and navy for HOSA, Health Occupation Students of America, or dark blue and gold cord for FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing green and yellow cords for their service to the community through Interact, or wearing a red cord for their service to the Red Cross, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. With those students wearing a purple and black cord for dedication to the student organization Umoja, and students with dedication to the student organization Pirates for Christ with a red and purple cord, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Our student athletes are recognized during the school year with the varsity letter. With those students who have represented the Porter Ridge Pirates on a Porter Ridge High athletic team, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Congratulations to everyone on all of your accomplishments. At this time, I would like to welcome PRHS 2022 Teacher of the Year, Ms. Rachel Lukasic, to the stage.
Thank you to our seniors for their words of wisdom to each other and to all in attendance today. Congratulations to all those recognized for their commitment to their education and community. Dr. Vicen, as faculty members at Porter Ridge High School, we would like to announce that the seniors seated before you have completed all graduation requirements according to Union County Public Schools and the state of North Carolina, and are herewith recommended by the faculty of Porter Ridge High School for conferment of their high school diploma.
Thank you, Ms. Lukasik, for your service, and to our entire Porter Ridge High School faculty. Dedicated faculty and staff, proud parents and family, special guests, friends, and graduates. I am honored to stand before you and to have served our school as principal. We started this high school journey together 4 years ago, and I can say with certainty that the class of 2022 is an incredible group of students with school spirit, exemplary character and school achievement, and most importantly, a resilient force. Tonight, I would like to share some statistics about the Porter Ridge High School graduating class. Before us, these 369 graduates have reported a scholarship total as of this morning of $8.1 million for 4 years. 50% of graduates are planning on attending a 4-year college or university. 35% are planning on attending a 2-year community college or technical school. And 12% of our graduates are beginning their career, and 3% enlisting in the military. I would specifically ask our graduates that have enlisted in military service to our country to please stand. Giving beyond oneself by serving your country is honorable, and I would invite the Porter Ridge community to recognize these honorable graduates at this time. Thank you. This senior class has been part of our school-wide accomplishments that include incredible community service through our student organizations, supporting learning in our elementary and middle schools through our high school peer tutor program and our high school culture and language mentor program, competing for and winning conference and regional athletic titles along with some individual state titles, continuing to light the way as a leadership high school, building a successful AP capstone diploma program, pursuing courses in our Porter Ridge career pathways, having one of the largest and most amazing bands and award-winning as well in North Carolina, producing incredible art shows, chorus concerts, and theater shows, hosting some of our largest community blood drives, and of course, doing very well in our classes too. As you've heard tonight, Porter Ridge has spent a lot of time this year determining how we can best create impact. Teachers worked to design lessons that would impact our students and increase learning. Advisors worked on how they could build relationships with our students each week to impact their path during high school. Student leaders worked to create plans to impact the student body by supporting our school culture in positive ways. Student athletes, artists, and musicians worked to improve their skills so that the Pirates made an impact in competition. Coaches devised game plans and constructed motivational practices to impact teamwork. Each day after the Pledge of Allegiance, we held a moment of reflection so that we could each contemplate what we could do to impact our own day, or that of our school, our community, or country. Impact. Each day in high school, you had that opportunity for impact. Did you seize that opportunity? Moving forward, each day of your life, opportunities for impact will be present, and I challenge you to seize them, as that is how you grow. Some opportunities are small. Say good morning. Say thank you. Ask someone how they are and listen to their answer. Respond to them. That is impact. Some opportunities are larger. Find something you believe in and support it. Share your ideas with others. That is impact as well. Listen when someone shares ideas that are different than your own. Ask a question. Have a discussion. Respect your differences. That is impact. Stand up for someone in need. Impact. Protect those that need protection. Care for others. Impact. Teach others. Impact. Love others. Impact. Good job. The opportunities to impact your life and those around you are present every day, but it's your choice to seize that opportunity that creates the impact. My wish for you is that when you lay your head down each night to rest, you can name one person or event that you impacted that day. I hope that you're proud of each impact. If not, make a change. Keep seizing the opportunities and make a better impact the next time. It is really that simple. So let's get started. Let's finish these 4 years off right. As students cross the stage in just a few moments, we respect and applaud each person because they seize the opportunity to earn their high school diploma. Every student here has made an impact on Porter Ridge High School, and I am proud of every one of you. Some students tonight are wearing medals to symbolize academic excellence in their final grade point averages. Bronze medals symbolize graduation with honors or cum laude. Silver medals symbolize graduation with great honors or magna cum laude. Gold medals symbolize graduation with the highest honors or summa cum laude. Congratulations to all those receiving that honor. We applaud all of our high school graduates and acknowledge their hard work during high school. Thank you.
At this time, we would like to make our presentation of diplomas. In order to preserve the dignity of this celebration, we would ask that guests respect every graduate by applauding appropriately for your child, ending your applause and allowing the next graduate's name to be heard by their family. Thank you for celebrating with us today.
Adonis Darrell Adams. Tyler Jacob Adamski. Caitlin May Adler. Ama Duffy Adubafor. Camila Aguilar Fernandez. Ariani Alexandra Aguilar. Avde Aksanov. Ola Al-Hassami. Omar Al-Hassami. Maria Faith Aldred. John Christian Alexander. Robin Janisa Alfred. Ruslan Rustamovich Aliyev. Kayla Morgan Alpaw. Luis Enrique Amaya Rodriguez. Robert Bradley Emerson III. Jacob Lewis Anderson. Morgan Jaron Anderson.
Giancarlo Andrade. Philip Andrushenko. Audrey Ansel. Molly Jean Ansel. Carlton Nicholas Anthony. Carly Marie Applegate. Anna Karen Arista Zabal. Javen Lloyd Lee Bagby. Kevin Daniel Barboza. Madison Elizabeth Barnes. Hayden Charles Barzoff. Hold on. Daniel Batershev. Brandon Onan Benitez. Lucas Bassett Benner Nelson. Cameron John Bessio. Henry Jonathan Joseph Burt. Gwendolyn Grace Bishop. Anaya Sanaa Bivens. Faith Tracy Blair. Crystal Blanco Leonidas. Marisol Blanco Vasquez. Aria Lyric Blanton. Isaiah Benson Blue. Madison Diane Boone. Alexa Mackenzie Bossert. Selena Janine Brenneman. Mary Jewel Bright. Deanna Chantel Brockington. Jasha Monet Brooker. Jalen Deshaun Brown. Courtney Ann Bublitz. Lucy Caroline Birch. Colby Blake Burke. India Rose Burns. Jonah Taylor Burns. Montel Javarian Burton. Jocelyn Kate Byram. Astrid Yuritsa Caceres Zelaya. Lorraine Anson Callender. Jacob Tyler Carmen. Miles Grayson Carroll. Perla Eugenia Cassiano Pineda. Emma Elizabeth Kastner. Benito Cervantes Duran. Jaden Khalid Chambers. Maya Isabella Charlton. Jada Anise Cheek. Aiden Patrick Chu. Benjamin Vincent Klopek. Jeremy Thomas Semino. Ashley Naomi Cisneros. Andrew Joseph Clark. DeJour Oceano Clark. Calvin James Clark. Ileani Coeto. Hazel Nicole Colin Rivera. Justin Broughton Collins. Samantha Ann Conrad. Dominic David Conroy. Demijah Naira Covington. Olivia Rose Crampton. Camille Celeste Crumpton. John Douglas Cup. Shauna Skylar Curry. Aaliyah Bray Cutshaw. Nicole Renee Steer. Adam Ahmad Dannon. David Alexander Daco. Gabriella Nicole Davis. Matthew Aldo De La Rosa. Nicholas Joseph De La Rosa. Julia Emmeline De Souza. Madeline Lee Deere. Camille Elizabeth Deese. Luciano Jason Del Campo. Tonatiu Diaz Munoz. Jefferson Samuel Diaz. Aiden Walker Diggs. Lindsay Ann Drake. Tatiana Dudina. Lydia Grace Dunlap. Mario Duran. Kira Hannah Louise Durbin. Caroline Rose Egan. Kyle Alexander Eakey. Brianna Marie Enriquez. Mariela Desiree Espejo. Riley Justin Farmer. Reagan Emily Fowler. Viviana Maciel Fernandez. Denny Figueroa Garcia. Jaden Helena Firms. Matthew Dominic Flores. Ian Jacob Flo. Matthew Shane Fowler. Isabella Rose Foy. Brees Owen Franklin. Molly Christine Fuller. Nadia Marie Fullwood. Courtney Marie Galloway. Michelle Alejandra Garcia. Sally Ruth Garner. Corey Dylan Garrett Zerfy. Jasmine Lee Gilliam. Christian Francis Gonzalez. Jordan Albert Gonzalez. Alvaro Antonio Gonzalez Torres. Jack Foster Green. Cameron Danae Greenberg. Anna Elizabeth Greer. Shane Michael Gregory. Teresa Guerrero Morales. Cheyenne Lynn Gurley. Sierra Ann Gurley. Michael Kofi JC. Zachary John Haight. Amaya Zarai Hall. Kaylin Marie Harris. Kyrese Dion Harris. William Robert Hart. Joshua Thomas Harvey. Elizabeth Grace Helms. Allison Marie Henning. Cooper Maurice Henson. Gabriel Ethan Hepka. Gabriela Eileen Hernandez. Andrea Nazarit Hernandez Santiago. Harrison Craig Highshaw. Avery Nicole Heileman. Amani Kai Holland. Aaron David Huff. Malachi Isaiah Howell. Felipe Brian Hudson. Daniel Landon Hike. Shelby Lynn Isles. Alexa Faith Inman. Hillary Carmen Innocent. Monique Mia Nunez Jalbert. Leslie Abigail Javier Olivares. Madison Brooke Johnson. Mackenzie Grace Jones. Nicholas Ryan Jones. Callan Robert Jordan. Abigail Emily Jerka. Shayla Kara Hassan. Sabrina Mary Keefe. Jody Michelle Keller. Vo Kai. Gage MacArthur Kimmett. Lacey Elizabeth King. Liam Russell Kirk. Kendall Marie Knight. Nicholas Anthony Kobe. Victor Patrick Kobe. Nathan Joseph Vladimir.
Isaac Taylor Langlois. Judith Ledesma Morales. Avery Sapora Lewis. Chloe Marie Little. Risden K. Long. Jonathan Luis Lopez Gutierrez. Kenneth Tyler Love. Melanie Elizabeth Lau. Malaya Destiny Lynch. James Michael Lyons. Rebecca Olivia Mace. Addison Benford Magid. Sophia Alexis Mann. Gina Marissa Marcel. Micah Lewis Martin. Jake Ryan Martinelli. Michelle Evelyn Martinez. Sophie Megan Scout Massolino. Mackenzie Nicole Mason. LaPrentice Orlandon Massey. Jason Dale Matthews II. Braden Stewart McAllister. Christopher Cameron McCall. Nicholas John McCarthy. Haley Grace McClure. Elizabeth Louise McCrane. Jake Joseph McIlvray. Hannah Joy McIntyre. Amara Precious McKinney. Luis Diego Medero Burgos. Vanessa Medina Campos. Joshua Casimiro Medina. Itzel Medina Barbosa. Silas John Medlin. Pedro Mejia Martinez. Tristan Philip Mejias. Jose Alfredo Mena Castrejon. Melissa Isabel Mendez Solis. Emily Lorena Milan Giron. Lucas Alexander Miller. Lily Mackenzie Mills. Zachary Nay Mills. Ty Christian Mincy. Juan Antonio Molina. Michael Tanner Montgomery. Josephine May Moore. Michael Gaston Morgan. Olivia Rose Morris. Skylar May Morrison. Jessica Moser Perez. Brielle Elizabeth Mulroy. Avina Muratovic. Sarah Diane Myers. Christian James Natalie Gorgich. Cara Fair Neal. Joshua Richard Newsom. Hunter Robert Newstreet. Caleb Joshua Nix. Amna Noyle. David Gray Oden. Madison Brooke O'Donohue. Owen Michael O'Keefe. Janella Sade Olaleye. Ty J. Kevin Oldham. Genesis Ortiz Vega. Meredith Kate Palamountain. Jeremy Ethan Palma. Apeksha Panta. Jackson Matthew Papernick. Alexa Ivilicet Paredes. Andy Gabriel Paredes. David Mark Pavlok. Adam Glenn Pender. Addison Lee Penny. Caden James Purdue. Zaire Viridiana Peredo Rodriguez. Kevin Osvaldo Perez. Makai Joshua Perry. Melanie Jane Pedanici. Aiden Bryce Phillips. Jada Delane Pickering. Jerry Pineda Luna. Sanaya Paris Plaskett Brown. Lauren Brooke Price. David Matthew Pride. Caitlin Elizabeth Prophet. Jelena Daniela Ramos. Jackson Ryan Ray. Jacob Cameron Reagan. Christopher William Rice. Alex Rivas Martinez. Ashley Renee Rodriguez. Emma Bailey Ronan. Carla Itzel Rosas Hernandez. Bridget Cecilia Rose. Emma Jane Rowe. Madeline Page Rowland. Sydney Lynn Rutledge. Naseem Sahir. Nadine Ahmed Salama. Madison Elizabeth Salter. Olivia Lauren Santos. Piper Channing Savoy. Jaden Austin Saxer. Clinton Vincent Scodara. Madison Ray Schlafly. Ryan William Schwenk. Logan Blake Shortridge. Donovan Von Drake Shropshire. Kendall Elizabeth Shoemaker. Jocelyn D. Shutak. Caroline Sierra Ray. Angel Gabriel Silva Rojas. Devin Lamont Singleton. Derek Matthew Skinner. Kevin Richard Skripko. Michael Van Sloan. Luke Gregory Smehall. Chloe Kathleen Jeanette Smith. Joshua Kip Christian Smith. Caleb Soto Perez. Ian Thomas Stranberry Johnson. Mackenzie Ruth Stavich. Douglas Justin Sharkey Stout. Caton Kareem Stevenson Jr. Clayton Ford Sturkey. Asaria Caprice Stokes. Nathaniel Grady Stout. Ronan Blaine Stout. Jaden Sinai Streeter. Cole Allen Sutton. Bryson Tyler Swan. Caitlin Elizabeth Tapp. Cyrene Duran Taylor. Omarion Amon Taylor. Preston John Taylor II. Mackenzie Grace Tester. Anna Grace Thomas. Kobe Michael Thompson. Rosaline Penny Tinley Jackson. Harrison Tran. Shauna V. Tran. Natalie Dana Travis. Luke Daniel Trofanoff. Emery Lee Tucker. Ariana Lee Tucker. Isabella Marie Tufano. Avery Burke Turpin. Ana Teresa Valentin Ramos. Virginia Hope Vandereet. Siobhan Van Heerden. Taylor Denise Varner. Stacy Joanne Vasilski. Alan Kevin Vasquez Gonzalez. Christopher Donald Veras. Andrew Neil Weiss. Efren Vieira Cortez Jr. Nathan Anthony Volpe. Brett Elizabeth Wallner. Siler Mark Weber. Gregory John Wenger Jr. Michaela Elizabeth Wheelock. Mia Elizabeth Whitford. Genesis Alexis Shaikeem Whitted. Brian Lamont Wilkerson. Amber Nicole Williams. Courtney Grace Williams. Isaiah Jermaine Williams. Jessica Leanne Williams. Summer Elizabeth Wyndham. Michaela Nicole Winter. Hannah Elizabeth Wolf. James David Wood. Levi Justice Woodward. Taylor Warden. John Thomas Young Jr. Amy Lilette Zavala. Carla Karina Zavala. Daw Zai. Perez Kalea Nichols. Dominic Dulane Strother. Would the graduating class of 2022 please stand? Porter Ridge High School seniors, you have met the high school graduation requirements of the great state of North Carolina and of our Union County Public Schools.
You have been recommended for graduation by the faculty at Porter Ridge. At this time, as a symbol of your graduation, move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your cap. You are now graduates of Porter Ridge High School class of 2022. As our graduates quickly find their caps, we have a special recessional out of the stadium today. Guests, I would ask that you remain in the stands at your seats so that we can properly honor our graduates as they exit our stadium one last time. Once all the graduates have exited, our guests can exit to meet their graduates. Mr. Chavis, Mr. Watson, and junior marshals, at this time, please begin the recessionals. Congratulations to the Porter Ridge High School class of 2022.